I am Saba, owner of Saba Motorsports here in Lima, Peru.
And I'm Anthony Magagnoli, owner of Drive Faster Now, and driving and helping develop the Saba Motorsports E30 M3.
We have a huge event on Sunday. It's the 6 Hours of Peru, and actually it's the second time that we have bring Anthony from the States to help us develop the suspension, dynamics of the car, and setup of the car, and as well to join us driving in this important race here in Lima.
Now you race many times through the year, so how does this event compare to the other events that you race in?
We actually had a championship last year. It was an endurance championship which consisted of 5 or 6 races in different endurance formats: 3 hours, 6 hours, 500 kilometers, 2 hours, and just maybe like 4 stint race of 30 minutes each. And those races involved, so it demands a lot of effort and also drivers. So myself and Jorge Cardeña was doing things alone. Till last year we decided to bring someone up, and I had the great idea to bring Anthony, because he was already helping us developing and making the car faster online. So I thought it was gonna be a great experience to bring him down to Peru, build the car, and help us on our driving and on our car setup hands-on.
Well, I'm originally from upstate New York, outside of Rochester, and but currently reside in Dexter, Michigan, so just outside of Ann Arbor, near Detroit. And yeah, we're in the same time zone, but on the other side of the world. So it's interesting, we left some freezing temperatures at home, and it's springtime here going into summer, but perfect weather down here for racing.
Well, I've been doing this for more than 10 years now, but I actually started racing around 2014. When is that I decided to bring my car into official race, and yep, the adventure started there. Of course I started from below, but into the most into the biggest class of the race, because that's what I had on hands to do, and it was it was super hard to build up positions through the years and be close to be competitive and to be close to win the entire overall class of the race.
And we were so close last year.
So close last year.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were leading overall,
Yep.
with 16 minutes to go when we had a simple trailing arm failure that unfortunately took us out. So
that could happen to anyone, because it's metal at the last. So yeah, it's a good lesson to learn that it's endurance race, so everything needs to be checked consistently and all the time. So yeah, that has made us improve the car, of course, the materials to use, and gave us a lot of experience. I think it has bring us where we are now.
So you went to college in the States, as I recall, right? So you lived in the US for several years. Right, and so having experience in the U.S., what would you say is the hardest thing, most difficult thing about racing or running a team here in Peru?
Well, yeah, the most challenging thing is to get the parts and the things needed for a race car to open. I think the management of the team, I believe it will be the same in any place of the world. But the parts, like the acquisition of parts and the components the car needs at the level that it is, it's actually hard, because there's nothing locally being produced or being made or being sold. So the challenging is to import parts from all around the world.
Yeah. And what you can't import, you have to make.
Exactly. But still, the materials we have for part making are not the suitable ones. So we have to import the raw materials to make the correct part with the correct the tensile strength of the material.
Yeah. Well, that's been the most impressive thing from my perspective in observing how your team operates and how you've developed this car, is the ingenuity that you've applied and the unique approach that you've taken to developing this car. We have E30 M3s in the US, lots of E30s, lots of BMW race cars, and they tend to follow a formulaic approach. And that partially comes from, big teams that have developed and then kind of helped others along the way. But you've gone your own way with nobody to copy. And it's impressive what kind of fresh eyes or fresh thinking can do. One example of how your whole front clamshell comes off, or how you have your half doors, haven't seen that. I know DTM was a big inspiration for you though.
Yeah, actually DTM was a big inspiration, of course. And I think the result of the car is a percentage of each DTM race car version. So it has things from mostly from the E30 M3 DTM car. It has some percentage like the short door from the M3 GTR car or GT3 car, which has the airflow down. So I tried to incorporate that into an old chassis without losing the shape of the car.
The character, yeah.
The box fenders and the straight lines. It's like something that I don't want to lose or to modify.
Yeah. Well executed there.
So I was gonna ask you, what do you think of the car now that you have driven it a couple of years now, and we have, I believe, evolved a lot thanks to your input. Right?
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of fun, and the car is really exhilarating to drive. It's very physical. The track contributes to that as well, but the close gear ratios, the mechanical shifter, the small diameter steering wheel, no ABS, no traction aids whatsoever, and then a high revving, powerful motor in a very lightweight car with a decent amount of downforce. It's a lot of fun, and you can't doze off for a second out there. You're paying attention at every moment, because either there's a shift coming, there's a turn coming, there's a hard braking zone coming, something. And the track is barely over a minute long. It's what, a mile and change, a mile and a half. We can do the conversion. Nobody knows. So the lap time is barely over a minute. So Lime Rock in the US is like just under a minute, and it's like the laps just come and come and come, and you never get a rest because
Exactly.
It's always
something that it's really funny is that like me managing the team, and being a mechanic, like my main goal is to have a fast car, of course, but also I drive the car, and I'm a driver for the car into the race. So it's challenging because I think I put on top the car first and my driving skills second. So every time we have a race, every time we prepare ourselves for a race, it's me and Jorge, or for a 6-hour race or whatever, the thing is, come to the track and I never drive. So I'm in charge of making the car fast, hear Jorge's feedback, write on WhatsApp to Anthony to see what can we change based on Jorge's feedback, change that and see if we improve. And if I see good lap times from the car, that's, for me, that's amazing. So I get really happy about that. But today it was really exciting because we started to do what I always do. Make sure the car is fast, make sure the car is have everything and be fast. And actually today I tried the car for the first time in a while.
And we just did some major suspension changes between Wednesday and today, so it was a new setup for you to drive as well.
Feel those changes because I haven't been driving the car And I don't know, like I believe Jorge will feel it because he was driving the car with Anthony, and then they changed a lot of things, and I believe the car is another one. But I just went into the car when it was finished. When all the changes happened, everything was like top notch. I was there driving, and I was doing nice lap times, and but I was so far away from them that I asked Anthony a little bit of coaching because I felt that I can be like faster, but I just don't know where. So we watched a couple of videos, a couple of instructions, and actually today I thought I set a personal record, and we did like 2 seconds from my time from maybe from always like 3 or 4 seconds, and I'm actually like 1 second between the other drivers. So I feel that I'm progressing a lot on my driving, which I don't really never take care of. And yeah, I believe that I can now feel comfortable on the race and like be there with the other guys, right?
Yeah, that was quite the accomplishment today, and very happy to see that that time drop, and you're right in the mix of it with us. So that's definitely going to add to our competitiveness on Sunday. So I guess just tell me in your words, what has the experience of working with me and or bring me to advise on the team and work on setup and drive with you and coach, what has that brought to you?
It's amazing because like I told a lot of people, having an engineering and having a driver into one single person, it's a different whole story for what is being done. So Anthony, he drives the car and he knows what the car needs and get it done. So 2 clicks here, 4 clicks here, PSI here, PSI here, the camber here, and that maybe sometimes it can be this third person when hearing a feedback from a driver and hearing a feedback from another driver. So maybe the engineer doesn't know what to do or where to move to not like compromise one driving and not the other one. So I think having Anthony do both stuff, it's amazing, and it has really helped us bring the car to the level it is right now, because last year we made a lot of changes on the spring rate and with the suspension settings that actually the car changed a lot. It was very friendly to drive, but still we felt it needed something more to be a safe car to drive. But this year with the squared setup and with Anthony being here again and with the changes we have done, I think the car, now that I have driven it and pushed it like not to the limit but maybe a little bit more, I felt the car is really safe to drive, and to make a mistake you really need to mend it. You really need to push it and take it out of the track to be able to understeer or oversteer. And that's not happening now with the car. The car is really safely, really fun to drive, and it's really agile. Like Anthony said, like it goes where your eyes go or your hands want it to go. And I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress we made since Wednesday, and part of it is that the car is so light that it responds well to those changes, and they're very perceptible. And honestly, on Wednesday I was like, we got some things that I'm a little bit worried about, but we worked on it yesterday based on the test on Wednesday, and then some final tweaks today, and I think we're all happy with it.
We really did some stupid things yesterday on the car, but they weren't that stupid. So
they seem trivial, but they actually
contribute a lot to the mix. And we have the car that we have now thanks to that,
Well, I want to thank you again for bringing me down. This is a real pleasure. I mean, this is just an amazing event to experience in my life, and to be able to do it twice and hopefully more times from here.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a pleasure working with you, Jorge, the whole team, and loving it.
I want to thank BMW of Ann Arbor and whoever is supporting Anthony. because it's really important to like. I'm speaking personally now. For us to race and to own a team and to be on the races, it's really difficult. I guess it's impossible to do it without sponsors. So all our sponsors that support us, we have a lot of them on the car. And as you can see on the car, we have many people supporting us, and I really appreciate that, because that's like the only way to be on track, the only way to have a car the level that we have now. Everybody knows that driving a BMW it's an expensive experience, because it's a highly I don't know, a good car, you know. And driving a BMW race car, the components and parts you need for it to be fast and reliable, it's not cheap. So I really want to thank the sponsors. I really want to thank BMW of Ann Arbor for letting Anthony come to Peru and have this experience shared with the world. No?
Yeah. And obviously, you're very good at the sponsorship side of things and the activation side. You know, I'm really impressed with what you've done. You have a lot of people that are in your corner and helping you to get here, and you're so good at that that you're helping my sponsors, you know, helping thank them. So I will say thank you to BMW of Ann Arbor for helping me to get here, and furthermore to Mo Beidoun for joining me on this trip and doing all this videography, photography, and helping on the team. And
yeah, I think Mo, it's been a great addition. I don't think I have ever been photographed so many times before. Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. Wherever you might be, maybe right there. But all right, well, we've got some tires to heat cycle, so let's get to it before the light's gone, and then we're going to be racing.
Let's start sushi tonight. Who knows?
All right, thanks, man.